This episode of History Saver is brought to you by Addressing Gettysburg. Addressing Gettysburg is a podcast that shares great experiences, quality programs, awesome guests, and is a welcoming community for all who love Gettysburg. So join in with host Matt Callery and find out why Addressing Gettysburg is one of the top-rated podcasts online today. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, CastBox, Podbean, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, and on Instagram, Facebook, and of course, right here on YouTube. So check out Addressing Gettysburg today, where history is not boring. Thank you to Addressing Gettysburg for sponsoring this video.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
In this episode of History Saver 1941, I want to highlight in this episode something very cool to start off our episode here at Culp's Hill with, that is a tangible link to the past that you can still see today. So let's check it out here at Culp's Hill. So we're here at Culp's Hill, and you can see all kinds of monuments littered down the road here in front of us. But I don't really want to highlight the monuments right now. What I want to highlight is this low earthen fortification here, which is, this is all that remains of the 12th Army Corps and their defenses on July the 2nd, 1863. These are the defenses that they built in this location, and you can look right through here and get a better idea of what they look like on July the 2nd. They, of course, would have been a lot higher. The men packed wood, stones, whatever they could find here to build an earthen fortification to help protect them from the weathering enemy fire. But this is all that remains today of the 12th Army Corps' fortifications that they built here on July the 2nd, 1863. But we're going to walk also down the pathway here to some very impressive rocks here on Culp's Hill. And these rocks also will help shelter some of the Union soldiers from the Confederate fire that was coming up the hill to them. And here at Culp's Hill, you can see some of these stones here. So this was a very heated fight, not only during the daytime hours, but also during the nighttime hours here on Culp's Hill. So these big boulders that you see actually helped protect the Union soldiers, the guys that were here fighting at Culp's Hill. And this place is incredible. If you come to Culp's Hill today, and it's probably one of the most unvisited places of the battlefield compared to Devil's Den, places like that. And just driving up here today on the anniversary, tons of cars at the Peach Orchard, tons of cars at the Bloody Angle, tons of cars at Devil's Den. Up here, there's hardly anybody. Down at Spangler Spring, it's a little bit hectic over there. But up here on the summit, where the real fight happened, there's not many people. So we're going to continue our trek on Culp's Hill. We're going to show you a couple more sites here. And but for me, this is probably my favorite place to visit. So we have made it to the very summit of Culp's Hill. And if you look below me, this is where we come from. This is where we were just moments ago. There were millions of rounds of ammunition fired here at Culp's Hill on the night of July the 2nd and the 3rd, and was also here. There was also a little bit of action here on the first day of the battle as well. But if you're down in that Confederate position that we were just a few moments ago, and you look down from here, you do not even want to think about charging this position. It's so steep of an incline all the way down, and the Confederates lost 2,700 men in doing this on July the 2nd and 3rd. So at night on July the 2nd, this whole hillside erupted ablaze from one soldier's account. It was just enveloped in gunfire. And if you're down there, well, it's certainly a lot worse than being the man up here. So at the top of Culp's Hill, you have this monument of George Sears Green. He was the man who is in charge here on top of Culp's Hill. And he had his New York troops up under his command. They were made up of the 60th, 78th, and 102nd, and 137th, and 149th regiments of infantry. And, well, they were the men responsible for being able to repel these attacks from the bottom of Culp's Hill. All right, guys, so this is Culp's Hill. So if you're ever in Gettysburg, this is probably one of the most overlooked, in my opinion, sites of the Battle of Gettysburg. And you've got to come here and check it out, because this is probably one of the most important sites for the Battle of Gettysburg on not only the second and third day of the battle, but all 3 days. So come here, check it out. It's really something to see. And make sure you have some climbing shoes on, because that's one heck of a formidable climb. So until next time, guys, we're going to keep on plugging away, keep preserving history, stay safe. We'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to check out The History Underground, the Vlogging Through History Project Past, the American Battlefield Trust, and the Emergent Civil War. Go visit their channels here and give them some love and support. And we're going to keep going. See you on the next one.